Are we finally getting the Opensea Token airdrop, the PENGU Token airdrop happening as early as this week, and the FOMC meeting nobody is talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Crypto Gorilla video. As usual, I'm not a financial advisor. None of the NFTs, meme coins, altcoins, nothing is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 100K subscribers before the end of the cycle. And with that, let's jump right into the video, starting off with the most bullish news you're going to hear for the NFT market, which is revealed in this tweet by Whale on Twitter. And it shows you a brand new OpenSea Foundation was registered in the Cayman Islands, which I don't think this is brand new in the sense that they just registered it. I believe it's from late summer, early autumn. However, it's new to crypto Twitter. And the reason this is so bullish is because this is what companies do when they want to drop a token in the US. They create a foundation so they can separate themselves as like a legal barrier if anything goes wrong. This is what we saw with Animoca Brands having their Mocha Foundation for the Mocha token. This is what we saw just, I believe, 1 or 2 weeks ago now with the Magic Eden Foundation for their Me token. And we even saw this with the Hawk Tua Girl token, which she's actually been asleep for 10 days now. Somebody should really check up on her to make sure she's okay. But all of these companies open up a foundation. And although the last example there wasn't a bullish one, the goal of doing this is to be able to drop a token, which would be incredibly bullish for NFTs and great for anybody who was in the NFT cycle in 2021 if they reward us. For which I'm going to drop a link in the description down below to this Dune interface, where if you scroll to the bottom here, you can actually check your wallet and you'll be able to see how many transactions you've done, how much volume you have on OpenSea. You can even see the age of your wallet and when it was created, which I really hope they reward us for this, especially since I was looking at one of my older videos. This video is 3 years old from last cycle on how to trade on OpenSea. You can see here, this is the sign up fee, the initial fee you have to pay for signing up to OpenSea or connecting your wallet. It's $131. How many people paid this fee? Like, I really hope they reward legacy traders who were signing up during the days where gas was through the roof. And you'll also notice there's a ranking here. I really don't think this matters because I was comparing my wallet to people who have more transactions, older wallets, more volume, and their rank was like 20,000. So I don't know why I'm 2,400. But while you're here, you can also check on the top wallets like Pranksy, who has $58 million in volume with 16,000 transactions. So if anyone deserves an airdrop, it would be these people. Now, outside of the findings by Whale, did I believe that an OpenSea token was actually possible? Did I believe it was going to happen? Yes, because this is the logical next step for a lot of companies as well as NFT projects, especially since many of them have seen their revenues diminish significantly, both in terms of trading fees for platforms like OpenSea and even for NFT projects, right? A lot of them had multiple mints, just like Azuki. We had Azuki, they made a killing there. Then they made all the royalties. Royalties stopped, so they're no longer making money there. So they turned to a second collection. They did the elementals. They made $40 million. Nice payday. That reveal was horrible, and it pretty much killed the NFT market for years, along with, of course, the bear market. It wasn't just their fault, but it did definitely send a ton of collections plummeting. We saw similar with like Bored Apes ecosystem minting way too many things. So a token for a lot of them is the logical next step, especially for OpenSea when they've seen all their competitors, LooksRare, X2Y2, Blur, they all have a token. And now Magic Eden just dropped a token as well. And like I said, fees have significantly slowed down. You can see lifetime, they're almost at $1 billion in fees. And if we scroll down, you'll see on average, during the last cycle, so in 2021 until mid 2022, they were making on average $76 million per month. Compare that to 2023, where they only made a little more than half that, 46 million in the entire year. And this year they've only, it's still great money, but not compared to 2021, they've only made $23 million so far. And that is not even 1/3 of what they were making on average per month last cycle. So this just seems like the logical next step, especially as you can see here, NFTs are starting to tick back up and come back. If we look at all marketplaces, you could see it's really picked up over the last couple of weeks, not just for OpenSea, but for every platform. However, this is going to drive a ton of traffic towards OpenSea because everybody's going to want to earn fees. So they're going to want to get volume on that platform. And I'm already seeing it. Like all of my friends, we're all trading exclusively on OpenSea now because we want to build up our volume. And the other thing that I think we're going to start to see is a lot of farms because people are just looking for collections to trade. And over the last couple of days, yes, this was by an artist that has like 400,000 followers on Twitter, but this felt like it came out of nowhere. They minted 30,000 NFTs at 0.09 per NFT. Like they absolutely cooked. It was mint 3 get 1 free, but I think they still made like $7 or $8 million for this collection. And I know a ton of people who were just trading these purely for the volume. Now, another collection that people are speculating on, thinking that it's going to help you with your airdrop is, of course, the OpenSea Pro Gemesis collection, which is 95,000 NFTs, but these things were sitting like under 0.001 for the longest time, and they ran all the way to 0.07 recently, just out of the speculation. Personally, I traded them not for a token airdrop in the sense that people are saying it's going to give you like a multiplier on your airdrop. I'm pretty sure OpenSea themselves said this is just like memorabilia to reward people. Let's see what the description here says. I don't think they mentioned anything about a token multiplier, but I traded them purely for the volume because I'm looking for collections now that have volume and I'm going to trade them. And my minimum goal here is to break even. Obviously, it's nice if I'm able to make profits, but if I can trade something, break even, and get volume to build up points, because we did see in the leaks for OpenSea 2, there is a leaderboard and a point system exactly like we saw with Blur. And that's really how you get this airdrop. I know I'm going to get asked, how do I get access to the OpenSea airdrop? It's by using the platform. It's by trading. Like I don't need to make a 20-minute tutorial on how to do this. You just got to do what you normally do and trade NFTs and don't lose any money. Like a bunch of people were losing money trading on Blur, right? They were putting in bids and they were getting dumped on and they were losing money. Same thing happened with Blast Gold. I will never understand the people who farmed Blast Gold by giving away their ETH. Your minimum goal is to break even. If you're not breaking even, do not do it because it is a gamble. And at this point in the cycle, you should not be gambling away your money because if you simply hold, you're probably going to get a 2x on your money. So that's a better bet for a lot of people than gambling away your money. Now, the next question I'm going to get is where can I buy the OpenSea token? So I'll answer it here before I have to answer a bunch of comments. You can't. Like they didn't even confirm that there's a token. This is still speculation and we're all gambling on the speculation, right? I am trading, I am doing volume for a speculative token that I believe is going to happen. Now, once they officially announce it, you're going to see it on OTC platforms like Whales Market. There's many out there. This is the one I know and it gets a good amount of volume, so I show it. They should probably sponsor me for showing this so often. But the other question I keep getting is where do I buy PENGU? And I can show it right here. I'll put the link in the description down below. This is where you would buy PENGU, but it's worth noting you're buying in at 5 billion FDV. So you would need it to go to 10 billion. You would need it to 2x in order to 2x your money. So that's already a big risk. I'm not saying it can't get there. I'm just saying it's a risk. It's a lot of people are saying, hey, it was very accurate when it came to Magic Eden's price, but it's worth noting that the PENGU token is potentially dropping as early as this week, and there's less than 2 million in total volume, as opposed to the Magic Eden token, which had almost 18 million in volume. So it had 10x the volume to really establish that price. I also saw somebody who got absolutely wrecked here. Yeah, here, trading for less than 500 million FDV, 25,000 tokens. Like this person just fat fingered, I guess, getting absolutely destroyed. So you really got to be careful using these platforms because there is no forgiveness here. You are going to get destroyed if you make these kinds of mistakes. I won't pretend that PENGU isn't making me a little bit nervous because we need it to do well. In my video on Friday, I said I'd like to see it open lower, ideally $1 billion or less. That way people can buy in and ride the PENGU price action altogether and not just be exit liquidity for pudgy penguins. I don't know if I want that anymore, because it really does feel like the entire NFT market is currently on the shoulders of Pudgy Penguin. Like most of the collections that are pumping, right? Obviously Pudgy Penguin's insane. They broke 35 ETH today. How crazy is that? From 10 ETH just a couple weeks ago. But Azuki going nuts. We got Doodles. Actually, let me just take a moment to flex here. Literally 1 week ago, I gave you Azuki at 7, so not a crazy gain, but Elementals at 0.7. They're currently 2x, even more, 1.5. Beans at 0.35. They're currently at 0.71. I also gave you Jirasan at 0.3-ish. They went all the way close to 0.7. They're currently at 0.6. And then I gave you Doodles at 2.6, which I bought 2 of these. They are currently pushing 5 ETH. So pretty much all collections are a 2x. Except for the Doodles, they're almost a 2x. But in 1 week, a beautiful 2x. Sorry, I'm just taking a moment to flex here. But like I said, I feel a lot rides on the shoulders of the PENGU token. Like if it drops and it is only at 500 mil FDV, like Pudgies are going to go down significantly. Azuki's going to go down. Doodles are going to go down. Like the whole NFT market is going to take a hit. I mean, Sappy Seals are pumping just as a culture play to like a catch-up play to Pudgies, but with no, nothing behind it, right? It's just a culture play. So I think a lot of these NFTs are going to get hurt. I'm going to be watching for the PENGU token drop. If it's not good, I'm going to accept bids on all these NFTs. If it's insanely good, I'm going to sweep some of these NFTs because I think a lot of money is going to flow into them. And look, even if PENGU drops and it's 500 mil FDV, I'm probably going to accept bids and rotate the money into PENGU because I do think it is going to boom from there. And that would be a great situation medium term, but short term, we're going to have a little bit of pain on the floors and a lot of panic, but I think the token's going to perform very well. And one of the reasons I say this is because of the comments I get in my videos, the comments I get in the public section of my Discord. I feel there's a lot of retail, there's a lot of new traders who are looking to buy PENGU and they don't understand how. And that's why they're asking me, where can I buy it? And I have to explain, you can't yet. Whales market, but that's a great sign. I get the same thing for Dogecoin. I get the same thing for like these more retail focused tokens, which means there's an interest not only within our Web3 bubble, but outside of it. So PENGU and Pudgy Penguins have really broken out of Web3, and people are finding out about this token who aren't like on crypto Twitter all day, which is an amazing sign for that token. So I do think it can perform really well. Now, in terms of when is the PENGU token happening, we have no idea. They did post this on the 13th saying soon, and it's a picture of a Pudgy reaching for the moon. Some people did think it meant like the next full moon, which would have been on Sunday the 15th. So that's obviously not happening. I do think it's going to happen either, mid this week. Some people are saying Christmas Eve. To me, that would be weird because it's a holiday. A lot of people are with their families. They're not at their PCs, so they're not going to be paying attention to what's happening, and they're not going to be able to engage. You're going to get less engagement if they do that because there's a lot of focus elsewhere. People don't want to be on their, devices. They want to be with their families. I also think it would be great doing it going into Christmas. That way, people can buy better gifts for their families, or you're like the hero sitting at the Christmas table who just got airdropped 100 grand for holding a digital penguin. Now, if PENGU does pop off, which again, I think it's going to do really well, it is going to make even more FOMO for the abstract chain, which is now officially dropping in January 2025. So like I've been saying, you need to be getting the whitelists for abstract as well as Barachain right now. Now is the time, not in January, because everybody's going to be scrambling for it. And I will have an abstract video. I said Monday, my apologies. I'll do it for Wednesday, but I will say On-Chain Heroes to me is the number one NFT that you should be going for, especially after the Ring NFT performed so well. It is currently an 11x. It did as high as, I believe, a 14x, and I'm still holding the two the one I got airdropped and the one that I minted, even though I'm up, like $16,000 on these things. I'm still holding because I'm bullish. So like I said, hopefully, but I'll have it done on Wednesday. I'll have an abstract video, and then maybe I'll throw some Barachain in there, or I'll have a separate video on Barachain whitelists. I even have some Bitcoin whitelists that I'm excited about. So I'll be making whitelist videos in the near future. I know you guys really want them. It just takes a lot of time to research, talk to teams and everything. So just give me a little bit of time. As for our tokens, the gaming coins continue to perform well. Like I've been saying, I think leading into next year, as well as Q1 of next year, is going to be very bullish for all of crypto, but especially for gaming tokens. Our Avalanche bags still sitting above $50. And when it finally breaks out, I think this thing is going to absolutely fly. And today we have the biggest upgrade in Avalanche history with the Etna upgrade happening, which is basically the network upgrade for Avalanche 9000 that makes it 99.9% cheaper to launch your own L1. And if you don't want to launch your own L1, it makes it 96% cheaper to use their C chain. So I think a ton of projects are going to be choosing Avalanche to launch an L1 or to build on, and not like only big established projects, right? Even startups, people who want to mess around and try to innovate, try to test things out. It's really going to help them out how much cheaper it's become, because they don't need millions of dollars if they want to explore. But then on top of it, if they do want to explore, they have $40 million in grants just ready to give to projects who are building cool things. And I know if you're not a dev or a project, you're like, what should I care? Well, one, this is going to bring a ton of projects and attention to Avalanche. So ideally, it's going to help pump our bag, because everybody's going to be building there. Everybody's going to be highlighting it. It's going to get so much attention. But on the other side, if you go to their retro website, which I will link down below, and you connect a wallet, you can see here they give you a referral code, and you could earn by inviting devs. If you have a good network and you invite people who actually build on Avalanche, you're going to be earning points, which is going to unlock for you a ton of rewards, builder credits, airdrops, more goodies. But they have $2 million that they're going to be giving out for people who refer people to come and build on Avalanche. So if you have a great network, you're able to bring people into Avalanche, you're going to get rewarded for that just by sharing your referral code. So if you're a dev watching this video or a project and you want to build on Avalanche, my code is in the description down below. And I will also have a special announcement with Avalanche coming out in the very near future. So look out on my X for that announcement. But continuing down the list here, we have Superverse performing super well, almost up 2x from where I said I got back in just a couple weeks ago. Of course, we have Super Champs here. Every day it's putting in brand new all-time highs, currently at 109 million FDV. And we brought this to you at 14 million, the literal lows when I was talking about it's inevitable. I even tweeted, it's inevitable this thing is going to be at 100 million. So it's great to see it at 109 million. Like I said, I have not sold $1 of my airdrop. Another one that I brought to you guys last week, 5 days ago, was Xborg. I said when this thing starts to break out, it is going to go nuts, especially as the gaming sector picks up. And I showed it in my last video. It was at 26 cents. So it was right around here. We are currently sitting, not even a full week later, at 40 cents. And like I've been saying, that once this market picks up, this coin, to me, in my opinion, not financial advice, is going to at least a $1 billion FDV. So $1 token. And like, they don't even have a single exchange, just like Super Champs. They don't even have a single exchange. So there's a ton of catalysts that they're going to be announcing once they have an official exchange listing. So it's great to see all of our gaming bags up. It's great to see all of our NFTs up. Look, I'm still 50-50 on what's going to happen next year. Part of me thinks, we're just going to be up only. Part of me thinks we might be up in Q1. We might crash pretty bad and then go even higher in Q4. But I'm going to be taking aggressive profits. Like, I don't want to go through a 6-month pain period. One thing that does kind of worry me is the fact that NFTs are popping off very early. I get it. We're not at like the crazy prices we saw last cycle. We'll probably need to see some of these, either it's Pudgy or Azuki, whatever, go above 100 ETH. And that's really going to be the crazy zone. But seeing NFTs pop off so early when it's normally going nuts closer to the end of the cycle, I feel, maybe I'm wrong about that, does have me a little bit worried. But maybe this time it's different. We have Trump, who's going to be in office on January 20th. He's going to be establishing the Bitcoin strategic reserve. We have BlackRock now saying that institutions should have 2% of their ports in Bitcoin, which, over the next 5-10 years, if they actually do that, that is going to send Bitcoin to multiple six figures, 100% in my mind. But the most important thing that I think plenty of people have forgotten about in the euphoria is the next FOMC meeting happening on December 18th. And yes, one thing I'm looking at is the rate cut, which it does seem 94% certain that we're getting a 25 basis point cut, which we all assume we're getting anyways. But what I'm going to be looking for is their language in the little document they release on what their plan is for the balance sheet. Are they going to be switching up their strategy? Are they going to be starting quantitative easing again because we need that liquidity into the markets? We need a rise in global liquidity around the world, but especially in America if we want to see those nutty prices. So I hope we get it. If not, we're going to have to wait until the end of January 29th, which is going to be a very long time, but maybe that's the plan. Maybe they're waiting for the administration to fully change and for Trump and the Republicans to come in office before making an official change to their policies. So that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it informative. Like I said, I will have a whitelist video coming out on Wednesday. Maybe I'll do 2 whitelist videos this week, one for Abstract, one for Barachain or Barachain and other projects. So if you don't want to miss that, would you kindly hit that subscribe button, smash that notification bell. Thank you for watching another Crypto Gorilla video. Peace.